Starting for the Pacific Division champion Los Angeles Lakers. At guard from Michigan State University, number 32, Irvin Magic Johnson. At guard from Duquesne, number 10, Norm Nixon. At forward from Marquette, number 9, Jim Jones. At forward from UCLA, number 52, Jamal Wilkes. And at center from UCLA, the captain of the Lakers, number 33, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
All right, we'll be back. We'll start tonight's game after these messages.
Jamal Wilkes at the other, Magic Johnson and Norm Nixon at the guard, Walter Davis, Alvin Adams and Gar Hurd will start up front for the Phoenix Suns, Don Busey and Paul Westphal in the backcourt for Phoenix.
All right, Lakers with the ball. Johnson, Jabbar, room inside, fouled.
Hello.
Don Busey drew the foul. First Phoenix team foul. Anytime you play against the Lakers, this is your number one concern.
Hello.
Abdul-Jabbar gets it down. 1-0 the Lakers on top of Phoenix. Steve, what I meant earlier on the pregame about Jabbar running, I was really talking not so much about his running on the offense, but running to get back on defense, because a lot of times, you know, he'll stay back, get the rebound, release it, and you know that Alvin Adams right here loves to run and shoot from the outside. Davis played it outside to Adams. Misses shot off Garfield, Hurd out of bounds. Alvin Adams can shoot the basketball. That's why you saw Jabbar come up and pick him up right away on top. All right, here's Jimmy Jones against Gar Hurd on top. Davis and Wilkes matched up. Long one-hander, no good. Nixon on the rebound. Deflected off Jabbar. Picked up by Adams. Davis, the Greyhound, penetrating. Got it to Hurd. Almost didn't anticipate the pass. Blocked out of bounds by Jabbar. You think the big guy's ready. Goes to the right corner to block it into the stands. Westphal, 18-foot jump shot, tied the game at 2. Jabbar, beautiful underneath. A block. Tremendous defensive play. And Steve, LA has really been doing that so well this year, getting into the big guy and going without the ball, backdooring people, and he's gotten it to him. That time a great block by the veteran Hurd. Nixon against Westphal. Norm Nixon. And the Lakers take the lead 4-2. Adams in the corner. Jabbar watches him all over. Jabbar stays there to pick up Davis. Davis going with the big guy, missed it, deflected around. Nixon with the basketball. Magic filling up the left lane. Now open to the right is Wilkes. Jamal Wilkes. And the Lakers on top 6-2.
Opportunity basketball, that's what both teams want to play, and right now the Lakers have it going their way.
There's Jabbar giving Adams no room at all. Waller Davis, 1-on-1 basketball. Foul by Jones before he went to the baseline, before he went to the basket. And now they say it's Nixon with a foul. It's on Nixon, who we'll have as our halftime guest.
You know, Jim, one thing you'll notice from the crowd here in Los Angeles this year, they're much more vocal than they've been in past years.
And knocked out of bounds. Nixon, second basket from the outside. And the Lakers have scored 6 straight points to take an 8-2 lead.
When a team gets off to a quick start like that, it's good for the opposition to try to come down, go to their bread and butter, and make sure that they get themselves a good shot. That time they get a basket from Alvin Adams on a broken play. The ball came inside to Kareem. Came inside to Adams, and Kareem got a piece of him across the arm. He'll have a chance for a three-point play.
8-4 now, the Lakers on top. Adams makes it 8-5, so the three-point play brings Phoenix within 3. 9-10 to play, first quarter. Jabbar, they overplayed. He got free and laid it up. That time, Adams tried to front him, hoping for weak side help. While he fronted him, I tell you, I'm not so sure you can get Jabbar with any kind of help, weak side or whatever, when he wants to go to the basket. Adams is fouled by Jones. Foul by Jones.
Jim, I think really you have your best success against Los Angeles by letting Kareem try to beat you by himself. We take a look at Jim Jones trying to make sure that Alvin Adams does not come back with another three-point play. He grabbed him with both arms.
Adams makes it 10-6 now. The Lakers by 4. (10-7) ball game. Los Angeles by 3. 8:55 to play. First quarter here in the Forum in L.A. Game 1 of the best of 7. Jim Carvalho, Steve Jones. Jones on the outside. The steal by Westfall. And now whose leg did it hit last?
Came
Nixon.
off Norm Nixon. Westfall, Don Boosie. They don't have a lot of foot speed, but they do have excellent anticipation, good hand speed, and they play the passing lanes very well, as we saw, as Westfall almost had an easy basket on a steal.
Adams out to Boosie. Waller Davis now. Wilkes with a great steal. He got the dribble. Norm Nixon, the quick little guard from Duquesne, third-year man, goes to the baseline, stop, pull up and fire. Jabbar. And it's 12-7, the Lakers by 5, and the big guy's ready, Steve.
Well, he got an easy hoop that time, came over the top, but Alvin Adams had to give help so that Norm Nixon could not get inside for an easy shot.
Adams missed his shot. Jabbar gets it out to Wilkes. And the Lakers, who are awesome when they run, ran that time. And Phoenix wants timeout. Timeout with the score, the Lakers 14, the Suns 7. You are watching NBA playoff basketball. All right, here's Boosie. Look at Jabbar quickly up to pick him up. Now slides back. Headed the key to Davis. Looking for someone going without the ball. Jabbar's playing everyone. Waller Davis hit it. Waller Davis, soft jump shot. It's 14-9. The Lakers by 5. Nixon into Jones now against Hurd. Jones missed it. Rebound missed. And made by Magic Johnson. Steve, I've been told that Westhead has really been impressed with the rebounding abilities of Magic Johnson. They know about his ball handling and all that, but they say he's an outstanding rebounder, and it's gone unnoticed except by the opposition.
Well, I told you at the top of the show, at the end of the season, he was their leading rebounder. At one point, he was averaging around 12, 13 rebounds a game. He did an excellent job as we watched Westfall work inside.
What a basket by Adams. Great feed as Westfall picked his man off. And then Westfall got a great pass back to Alvin, but what a reverse layup. Lakers by 5. Jabbar overpowering, and it's 18-11. The Lakers by 7. Boosie. And Jabbar guarding everyone, blocks it out of bounds.
Well, certainly you can tell that he's pumped up for this basketball game. What Phoenix hasn't done so far is shown their quick movement of the ball and themselves.
All right, Nixon on the outside. Wilkes with the rebound.
Got
Plays
a travel
it back
on
out,
Jamal
and
Wilkes
Jamal
that
Wilkes
time.
is walking. great block on Nixon. Now Boosie from the outside. Now Boosie's a great defensive player. He doesn't shoot a lot, but don't think he can't shoot. He just showed you right there, and the Lakers lead again is 5. Magic, and he was fouled.
There is the danger of the Los Angeles Lakers right there. When Kareem starts to go well, you begin to collapse and become overly concerned with him. Other players cut inside. That time they get a foul on Magic Johnson by Gar Hurd.
All right, there's Michael Cooper. Steve, he's quite a story. He came here unheralded. The fans really love him. He's done a great job for this club.
Well, I think the thing that they like about him so much is his tremendous leaping ability. He's made some very exciting lob dunks from Magic Johnson to the basket.
Deflected out of bounds by the Lakers. Veteran Earl Strom, a veteran of a lot of these playoffs. Strom and Joe Gushu. Lakers by 5. 5:18 to play, first quarter. Davis, tough shot, he hit it. Waller Davis has come out here after that timeout, hit 2 jumpers in a row, and all of a sudden the pesky Suns are only down by 3. Magic hasn't had the ball a lot yet.
Well, you know, when they go inside, they like to get the ball to Kareem in the half-court situation. They like to have Magic out on a running situation. They've only had a couple of breaking opportunities. They've both come down to Jamal Wilkes and Norm Nixon.
Jamal Wilkes, one of the best small forwards in all of basketball, and the Lakers lead by 5. Davis, pass off to Adams, punched out of bounds from behind. It belongs to Phoenix. Phoenix is a good pattern club, right, Steve? They work the ball around.
They are a good passing basketball team. They will move themselves and the basketball very quickly.
Boosie from the outside again. Long this time.
It appears that Los Angeles is going to concede that shot to Don Boosie and make him be the player that comes up with big numbers rather than Westfall.
Jabbar looking for the open man. Cooper was going that time. Jabbar misses. Tipped up in the air. The big guy has it again. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It's an air ball that time, and a foul on Cooper, a loose ball foul as he went after Waller Davis.
Well, that's a shot normally that, excuse me, Jim, that Jamal Wilkes will hit a very high percentage on. That time it just got away from him, and they get a foul in the back court on Michael Cooper.
All right, Westfall with it on the outside. Waller Davis. Give and go to Adams. Nice pass. Basic basketball, a little give and go. Adams showed a little bit of agility that time as well. He's put it up with the left hand. And the Lakers lead is cut to 3 again with 3:45 to play first period. 2017. Cook in the game, Jeff Cook. What a shot by Jabbar. Looks like a 6'2 guard when he wheels in the lane like that.
Well, so far, the centers have basically neutralized themselves. Jabbar has 10, Alvin Adams has 9.
Alvin Adams comes off of the ball. Give it to Waller Davis. Back to Adams in the lane. He hooks it in. Alvin Adams, 22-19 now. The Lakers by 3. Cooper. As the Lakers got it up very quickly that time after a basket and got a good percentage shot. Great pass by Adams with the left hand over to Waller Davis, and it's 24-21 as the great one from North Carolina starts knocking them in the hole, and the Lakers by 3. Wilkes got away.
You can see the problem that Jeff Cook is going to have right there. If he's going to be the guy guarding Jamal Wilkes in many situations, he's going to take him inside very quickly. He walks by him for an easy hoop.
Lakers by 5. Westfall guarded by Magic Johnson.
And then we see the problem for Jamal Wilkes back at the other end. Even though Wilkes had such great success guarding Elvin Hayes in the championship series for the Golden State Warriors, he's stuck on a bigger man here in Jeff Cook. Cook tried to take him inside. Jamal trying to prevent the foul.
All right, there's a timeout to, I believe it was Idaho State or Utah State.
Idaho State.
Idaho State, and he was coached there by John Wetzel, who's one of the coaches on the Phoenix staff. And I'll tell you what, he already proved his worth. He's a good shooter. He has some other deficiencies, but he's a very good shooter, and he proved his worth Sunday in that big third game against Kansas City. Came in for playing in place of Truck Robinson, who had the ligament problems, scored 17 and sparked the win. He can shoot it.
He can shoot the basketball. A pretty good offensive player, but he's very tough for a rookie. Phoenix has made a host of substitutions already, which goes along with John McLeod's philosophy. Alvin Scott, Cook, and Rich Kelly are all in the ball game with Boosie and Westfall in the backcourt.
All right, Kelly in there, and now a loose ball foul is going to be called against Rich Kelly as he battled Abdul-Jabbar for the rebound. I guess they got to keep fresh troops in there against Jabbar. Now they've got Kelly.
Well, you see Kelly miss an easy opportunity right there. Looks like a bad call by Joe Cashew because both players went to the ball. Not enough contact, but Jabbar got the benefit of the doubt.
Lakers by 5. Spencer Haywood in the game now. Spencer missing, Kelly with the rebound. Phoenix trying to run, but LA back pretty well on defense. Westfall has been cold early. And it's off Kelly out of bounds.
Well, Westfall, just like Walter Davis, when he begins to think pass rather than shoot, is not nearly as effective. Westfall is a tremendous offensive player, and when he's coming down looking at the basket, then he makes himself so much more effective. Now he can dish off.
You saw Jimmy Jones come in the game for Abdul-Jabbar. Now Jones will play in the middle, and their forwards are Haywood and Cooper, knocked out of bounds by Phoenix. Magic Johnson comes back in again. Now he replaces Jamal Wilkes. So you see the combinations that they can play with people like Jones and Johnson, who can play up front, forward, center, guard, whatever. Now Magic from the outside, and the rebound long to Westfall. Here's Boosie driving in the lane. A beautiful pass to Westfall. And now the Laker lead is cut to 2 at 26-24 with 1:05 to play in the first quarter.
Well, both teams have a great deal of flexibility. We've seen Phoenix come with some different combinations and be effective. 58 seconds left here in the period. Westfall fouls Norm Nixon, but they also have a lot of flexibility. They get a chance now to rest Kareem against the more mobile, as we see Paul Westfall reach in right there, but they get a chance to rest Kareem, and then he can be more active against a more mobile Alvin Adams.
Now, I think that Joe Gashew said the pass on the pass off.
Well, both teams are in the penalty.
Well, yeah, except the PA announcer. That's why Joe's over there right now. The PA announcer said that was the 4th team foul, first in the last 2 minutes. And that's why they're going to change this now and give it to him out of bounds. The scoreboard is wrong. Now it's been corrected.
Oh, we all have our problems.
All right, Magic with the ball. Cooper now looking for Haywood against Cook. Alvin Scott is in there. Rebound by Cooper. He showed you that great jumping ability. Cooper misses out of the corner. Boosie was boxing out really well that time. Now Phoenix looking to tie the game with 33 seconds. Mike Bratz in the game. Bratz with the ball. Now to Scott. Both clubs have outstanding benches.
Well, both clubs believe in their benches, and I think that's what makes them outstanding is Alvin Scott trying to go baseline, stepped on the inline, so Los Angeles will get the ball back. 22 seconds left here in the first period. It's been a rugged start for us. The game has been pretty good.
All right, 13 seconds to play. Looking for the one shot. Haywood in the lane, off balance. Cook with a rebound. 6 seconds. They've got time. Bratz across the line with 3. Gets away from Cooper, and the shot is blocked and a foul with 1 second.
They get Mike Cooper on the foul from behind. That's not a foul that Paul Westhead would like to see come at that particular time. Mike Bratz was thinking about getting the three-pointer up from the outside, but he was also struggling just to get there and get the ball away, and they get a foul, so he'll get a chance to tie the ball game up from the easiest place on the floor, the free throw line.
Mike Bratz. Interesting about Phoenix, we're talking about their bench. They played 11 people all year long. Al Bianchi said last night, that's the reason they pulled the Sunday game out. And I said, why is that? It's 26-25 now. And he said, well, we had Truck out of the game. We had Hurd with 3 fouls in the first quarter. And we used a kid like Cook to come in. And that's because we use these guys all year long, and they're ready for this situation. Game is tied. Will the shot count? It would have. It didn't go. And that is the end of the first period here In Los Angeles, the score, the Lakers 26, the Suns 26. You're watching NBA playoff basketball.
The team that's most successful in running will be the victor.
All right, Boosie on the back line with Bratz. Kelly on the outside. Now here's Bratz. And the rebound, Kelly tipped it away and keeps it alive.
They get a new 24, and Bratz takes one from the three-point area, and this time he gets it down.
Mike Bratz, a three-point shot, and the Suns on top, 29-26. That's the first time they've had the lead. Lakers going with Nixon. That's Jimmy Jones. They've got Cooper in there.
You know the most important time to have the lead is when the buzzer goes off. Doesn't make any difference that's the first time. Just make sure it's the last time.
Haywood's having a tough time getting that jumper down. Knocked out of bounds off Cooper. Lakers have Jabbar on the bench right now. They have Magic in the ball game, playing at a forward between Jones, or on the side of Jones and Haywood, Nixon and Cooper. Now it's Bratz and Boosie. Cook with the ball, Kelly in the middle, and Alvin Scott in the wing. There's Alvin. Quick guy, he can release Sky. Good basketball player. Bratz from the outside again. He's missed it. The rebound pulled off by Magic, and he's running. This is his game. That's his pass. Magic didn't have a chance to run much. He just peeled off the rebound and says, I'll do it all by myself. I'm not waiting for a release.
Well, that's one of the reasons that they have him up front. He can bring the ball out on a run up there, and they already have the fast break with a good ball handler in the middle.
And that's Jeff Cook, who, as we told you, can shoot the basketball. The Suns go up by 3 again. 31-28, 10-19 to play in the first half. Jim Carvello, Steve Jones, the Forum in Inglewood, California, NBA playoff basketball. Jones wanted to shoot it. It slipped out of his hands. Cooper got it back to Jimmy. That's a better percentage shot, and he's fouled.
Well, they had good movement of the ball that time. Mike Cooper tried to take a shot himself, then got it over to Jimmy Jones. He tried to put the hammer on it. As we take a look right here, Cooper penetrating inside. He'll get the ball around Rich Kelly's arm. Jim Jones tried to take it over the top, and he gets fouled.
All right, Jimmy Jones at the foul line, makes it 31-29, the Suns by 2. First point for Jimmy Jones, and the second. Jabbar has 10, and Phoenix is being led by Alvin Adams with 11. Adams out now as well. He's been out for a while. Kelly came in for him late stages. First half. Here's Rich Kelly pulling up, takes a little jump shot, long. Rebound to Magic. Got away from the steal. Here comes Magic pumping up the middle to Cooper. Magic Johnson, and the Lakers take a 1-point lead at 32-31.
Well, you have to make that transition, and that's one of the problems that Phoenix has had when they've missed or they got a quick loose ball.
And what a shot. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Some playground move. Keith Wilkes drew the foul. Excuse me, Jamal Wilkes.
Jamal Wilkes playing up on Alvin Scott made him take a tough try, but he also had his body draped all over him. Garfield Hurd's going to replace the rookie Jeff Cook. And if Alvin Scott makes these, the Phoenix Suns will go back in the lead by 1.
Now Scott trying to tie it. Magic's got 7 rebounds, Steve.
Yeah, well, as I told you, Jim, he's an excellent defensive rebounder. He comes up with a strong rebound right there.
Wilkes and Jones.
Great block by Rich Kelly that time. Jim Jones goes to the floor.
Jones very happy about the call. That's the second time he's been blocked. They got him in the first quarter the same way for a jump ball. I think that was a good call.
It was an excellent call. Haywood comes out of the ball game. He's replaced by Kareem. We'll get another look right there. The ball goes up right there. Rich Kelly had it.
Wilkes missed it. Came off Johnny Hyde, who's in the game now, a guard for Phoenix. Lakers by 1. Cooper into Jabbar, the big man back, had it knocked out of bounds by Mike Bratz, sacking off. Magic Hurd gets it off to Johnny High. High to Kelly. And Jones returns the favor as he jammed Kelly. Jabbar in the act of shooting.
We'll take a look at what happens when you throw the ball too soon. Rich Kelly has a chance for a layup. He decides he's going to block, to jam it over the top. Jim Jones comes right there on the ball and knocks it away. They come right back at the other end very quickly with Magic Johnson handling the ball. Penetrated inside, got it to Kareem. He decided to try to go with his left hand. He got fouled by Garfield Hurd. That's his second. He gets his third free throw of the ball game.
Lakers by 2. Jabbar now is 11. Hurd, Kelly, Bratz, Johnny High, and Walter Davis, who just came back in the game. Mike Landsberger in for the Lakers up front with Jabbar and Wilkes. And their back line is the Magic Man, Magic Johnson, and Cooper.
Walter Davis get that basket right there.
1 point lead for the Lakers, 8:17 to play in the first half.
The one thing that you'll notice about John McLeod, he will always keep one primary scorer in there at all time. And if his team is beginning to lose contact, he'll make sure that that player gets the ball like Walter Davis did the last time down.
Now a foul against Walter Davis. Not a bad first half for Magic. 7 assists, 8 rebounds.
Well, he's going to get the ball to the open man. He's coming inside this time himself. Doesn't get that one.
Hurd peels it off. Lakers by 1. Walter Davis again. Walter Davis now has 8. All of them from the outside, the jump shots. And the Suns lead by a point with 7:37 to play first half.
You talk like that jump shot's a bad thing for him to take.
It's a bad thing for the opposition.
There's a bad piece of medicine right there. When the big fella starts swinging that shot right there, you can be in big trouble.
Lakers by a point. Phoenix thinks they can beat this Laker club here.
Well, I think you have to feel that way if you're going to have any success. You can't go on the opposition's court with any type of fear and be intimidated. Otherwise, you're going to have a very tough night.
Bratz a three-point shot again. Off the mark, Landsberger, their instant rebound man. Deflection picked up by Cooper, now stolen by a combination of Bratz and High. Walter Davis missed it. Off Garfield Hurd, a loose ball foul.
Gotta be a loose ball foul on Mark Landsberger that time. Garfield Hurd got to the ball. You watch the steal as Bratz came over the top, didn't get the deflection there. Then they double up on Mike Cooper, and then they come out of the backcourt with a quick pass. Walter Davis will take the shot up, and we have a timeout.
Timeout with the score. The Lakers 36, the Suns 35 in the second period. Let's pause for this word. Seattle at the half in Seattle. And that's their first game in the best of 7.
Milwaukee must not know you're pulling for them. Otherwise, they'd probably be jinxed right now.
Don't give me trouble, Steve. I'm not pulling. I've just said that I really feel that Milwaukee is an underrated club now. You know, Milwaukee played a very strong last part of the season with Mr. Lanier. I believe they only lost 6 games with Lanier, won something like 20-some.
Well,
so they're a confident club.
They were excellent with Lanier, and I think that's made them a better basketball team. I think they're just playing a whip up there in Seattle.
All right, here's Davis. No shot because he was looking at Jabbar. Inside to Adams, and Adams to Jabbar.
Goaltend right there on Kareem.
All of a sudden, Adams said, hey, Jabbar's out there playing Walter Davis. I've got some room here against Magic Johnson.
Well, they get the ball inside. Kareem likes to take that big, long step to make the block. He got it, but he never got to the ball in time. We're going to get a foul down at this end. I think it's going to be on Johnny High as he was trying to prevent Magic Johnson from posting up.
Suns by a point.
Team foul situation is not good for the Phoenix Suns right now. In Los Angeles, They're down by a point. They should try to come inside, get something where they're going to the free throw line for the final 6 minutes.
Norm Nixon now with the basketball against Westfall. Magic around Johnny High. Suns running now, 4-on-2 if they hurry. Westfall, Landsberger, Magic, Wilkes for Jabbar. And what a steal by Adams, quick hands. Walter Davis. And Johnny High ties up Wilkes.
Johnny High has been very active. He's a strong rebounder for a player his size. We'll see who gets the jump here. He gets off the ground fairly well. The ball came up from the outside. He was on the inside position with Wilkes. Phoenix will try to make a steal on the tap.
That's pretty close. The Yankees says Johnny High is a throwback to those old rough and tumble players. He's an outstanding defensive player. He really works at it.
Well, that's all defense is. After you have the initial skills of quickness and foot speed, as you see Landsberger get that shot down, you got to really be determined to play it.
Landsberger got it down, and the Lakers lead by a point. 5:20 to play in the first half. No room for Adams. Jabbar's back on him. Garherd over Landsberger. Force it a little bit. Magic now with the basketball. What a move. Wilkes looked like he brought you up 20 feet that time.
Well, the compounded Phoenix throws the ball away very quickly. Wilkes came down on an excellent pass from Magic Johnson. Right in traffic, changed hands with the ball, put it up very softly with the left hand. They get two. They have a 3-point lead, and we have another timeout.
8 assists for Magic, 4:53 to play in the half. The score, Lakers 40, the Suns 37. You up there for that. All right, Steve. Looks like the game slowed down a little bit in the second period.
Well, it is slowed, but both teams are trying to run. Again, when Phoenix has been able to get those early opportunities, they've looked for them. Lakers have done the same.
Jabbar missed hard. Hurt a good rebounding position that time on Landsberger. Westfall. Adams. Now what's the call going to be?
You got Traveling.
Adams.
He put the ball up, but it didn't catch the glass, so when he caught it back, he was catching his own rebound. Jokic shoe called traveling. Not a bad move.
Adams a little deceiving, isn't he? I mean, you don't really see what he's doing out there a lot of times. You look down the score sheet, and he's doing okay. Looks like he's too skinny to play out there, especially against the bigger NBA centers, but he's done it ever since he came in the league.
Well, he defeats him on the other end with his foot speed and his quickness as we see Kareem get a shot away right there against the 24-second shot clock and get it down.
The Lakers now by 5, 16 for Jabbar. He's at 16 of the 42 points. Jim Carvelis and Steve Jones from the Forum in Los Angeles. Insiders, Adams all alone. He came free. 42-39 now. 3-point lead for the Lakers with 3:35 to play in the half. 15 for Adams, Steve.
16 for Kareem, so it's been an interesting battle so far in the middle. Both centers have neutralized each other, but there's the difference right there. Magic Johnson and Norm Nixon getting the ball to people underneath the basket for easy opportunities. Landsberger gets his second hoop.
Westfall, Jabbar rebound, hit the underside of the basket with the pass. Is going to be out of bounds to Phoenix. Hit the underside of the basket trying to whip an outlet pass out. Now, as soon as that's done, the ball is dead. It goes to the other team, and that's why Phoenix will get it in now.
Well, you see Kareem gets the ball, just winds up right there and catches a tip of the backboard right there. Phoenix has the ball. Westfall to Davis and back to Westfall.
Lakers by 5. Walter Davis had to play it back out. Here's Magic against Westfall. And Nixon.
You see, that's a problem for Walter Davis right then. He decided to go to the basket, then decided he wasn't going to shoot, ended up throwing the ball away. Magic Johnson gives it to his speedy backcourt partner, Norm Nixon, for a deuce.
One of the great things about Magic in his passing, he gets the ball to people at the right time. And he waited a second longer to close that angle down, Steve. A long jump shot. Jabbar rebound.
And you notice the difference in the ball game right now. Phoenix is shooting long and deep on the court. Los Angeles is getting stuff inside. Johnny Hyde just fouled Magic Johnson on a penetrating move, so they pick up their 15th foul, but that's not bad considering they picked up that fourth foul at 6:54.
Right.
Johnson has the ball right here. Will cross over. Johnny Hyde, no chance to make a steal. Magic Johnson completely under control. He'll walk to the line for two.
There's Boosie in the game, replacing Johnny Hyde. Magic at the foul line. Magic's only scored 2 points. That's not been his contribution. His contribution, as usual, assists, and he's had a lot of rebounds.
Well, on the year, he averaged right around 18, 19 points and shot the ball much better than anyone had expected him to, especially from the perimeter. He's had some excellent scoring games, but right now, he's given the ball up. He's kept all the other Lakers involved in the game.
Lakers by 8. Bird inside. Westfall couldn't handle it. Here comes Nixon. Oh, great pass. Great pass to Magic from Cooper. Great pass.
Well, they had some pressure defense on the Phoenix Suns. They surprised them that time. They double up on Westfall.
Bird from the outside, an air ball. Jabbar, a long pass, intercepted by Walter Davis, intending it for Haywood. And the Lakers have a 10-point lead, and Phoenix trying to collect themselves.
And they now have to have someone just that will keep them close so they don't go into the locker room with a 15-point deficit. Walter Davis does that.
49-41 now. The Lakers by 8 with 1:19 to play in the half. Nixon, great crossover. You talk about quickness. How about that?
Yeah, it's one of the ingredients you can't be without and be successful in basketball or any other sport. You may have no foot speed, but you've got to have this little thing that Nixon has, quickness, and he just blew by Paul Westfall and laid it up.
Adams. Jabbar almost stole it. Westfall.
Notice the pressure by the Los Angeles Lakers. 2 and 3 people on the ball. Walter Davis comes back with another basket. We have an 8-point lead for the Lakers.
Walter's really shot well. He's got a dozen, all from the outside. 51-43. Lakers by 8, 40 seconds to play in the half. We're going to be talking to that man, Norm Nixon, at halftime. All right, here comes the Greyhound. Watch him. Talk about speed. Offensive goaltending. Adams had his hand in the cone.
Well, Davis just a little bit out of control as he blows by here. Michael Cooper trying to draw the foul. He gathered himself. The ball came off, still on the rim. So Earl Strom said it looked like it was just beginning to come off. Also a foul, a loose ball foul, excuse me, on Alvin Adams as he came over the back of Magic Johnson.
Jamal Wilkes coming back in for the last 28 seconds.
Well, he missed his first opportunity again. He's having some trouble at the line tonight, normally an 80%er plus.
Lakers now by 9, 28 seconds to play in the first half. 20.
And notice the pressure of Los Angeles. They're doubling up on the ball, trying to make Phoenix take a quick outside shot so they'll get one last good opportunity.
Bird in the lane. And they got the basket. The inbounds pass deflected. Here they come. They got 4 quick points. How about that? And all of a sudden, Phoenix is within 5, and that is the end of the first half. Score, the Lakers 52, the Suns 47. You are watching NBA playoff basketball. Steve, you were an outstanding player in the ABA, the NBA. What's going to happen here in the second half? What do you look for?
Well, I look for Los Angeles to do the same thing, but I look for Phoenix to settle themselves down, move the basketball and themselves a whole lot better, and get you the style of play that they're really noted for, and also look for them to try to come up with steals on the defensive end.
Look at that move by Davis. Look at that great move by Waller Davis. 52-49. Tonight you're seeing two of the premier small forwards in basketball, in Waller Davis and Jamal Wilkes.
I think you're certainly in the top 5. I think the leader of the group has to be Julius Erving, followed by Marcus Johnson and Walter Davis, then Jamal Wilkes and Bobby Dandridge. I think those are the players you have to watch in that small position, and they both had excellent seasons.
Wilkes on the outside. Wasn't it great to see Jay return to form? I mean, I felt his career was over. Injuries had caused a lot of it. What a great year he had.
And I think that this team finally, and there's the steal right there, and that's the not typical Phoenix play, but that's typical Norm Nixon play. To get back to the comment about Julius Erving, he finally got to a situation where the team relied on him, and they went to him, and he's a strength in that particular situation.
Waller Davis from the outside. There he goes again. Waller Davis, a great ball game here tonight in Los Angeles, and the Lakers lead is 3 points. 18 for Waller Davis.
I think the difference between Davis and Jamal Wilkes is the fact that Waller Davis can go out and offensively carry you, and Jamal Wilkes cannot. There's a steal by Don Boosie.
Westphal came around the first time trying to get it. He couldn't, and Boosie came around and picked him clean. Davis has a hot hand. Let's see if they go to him again.
They give up a three-pointer, and Boosie's capable of making it. They tie the ball game up right now.
Boosie, a three-point shot from the outside. It's a 54-54 game. .15 to play, third period. Nixon against Westphal. And Norm Nixon gives the Lakers the lead again at 56-54.
You know, you said it at halftime. Very quietly, he goes about doing his job and not getting much recognition. That player right there is going to keep him in the hunt. Davis is smoking right now.
So is Waller Davis. You said Davis is smoking? Absolutely. 20 for Waller. And now a foul.
Westphal. We look at Norm Nixon, who's a very confident player. He likes to make this move, then fade away. Westphal trying to get you the ball first. Looked like he got the ball. Joe Gashu said he got some arm, too.
You know, Davis is 10 out of 14 from the field. And as I remember it, I think he's only got one of those was a layup. That's the first hoop in the second half when he made that spin. The rest have been outside shots. A lot of passing, and they finally get it to Jabbar, and the Lakers lead by 2. Now Davis draws double team. Alvin Adams. Rebound, Magic Johnson. Here he comes, running the break. Wilkes. No contest. And the Lakers by 4.
Well, they had a 2-on-1 situation. That's what they like. Alvin Adams had a good shot, but they did not have good board coverage.
Adams, front of the rim. Jabbar. And a foul on Alvin Adams.
You can see this play coming all the way. Once it came out of the backcourt, Kareem had gambled. Alvin Adams came across, nicked him on the other hand. The big fella took it right over the top as we take another look. And that's a force coming down.
That's a great shot by our crew. Great work by our handheld camera in the basket. Jabbar. Lakers have scored 6 straight. Alvin Adams. And Alvin now scored 17. That's his first 2 points in the second half. Lakers by 4. Nixon from 15. And Nixon now has 14. The Lakers go up by half a dozen again. Looks like both clubs are really warmed up now, Steve.
Well, both teams have settled down a great deal, and they've got some players that are scoring with a great deal of proficiency right now. The crowd comes alive. They want some defense. We'll see how Nixon handles Westphal. Good job.
Magic. And Jimmy Jones finally got that jump shot down. And John McLeod says timeout. He got it. 7:58 to play in the third period with a score. Lakers 66, the Suns 58. You're watching NBA playoff basketball. LA is 7 for 7 in the third period. Phoenix 5 for 8. Magic has 12 assists and 9 rebounds.
I think Magic's played an outstanding game. The official halftime stats only have him 1 of 8, but he made a couple of field goals, got a couple of free throw attempts, but he's done everything else very well.
Third period, Seattle 78, Milwaukee 76.
Well, it's no blowout there. We watched Davis work on the inside.
Hurd trying to get the ball to Adams, and he was fouled by Jones. Fans were about to really boo until Jones kind of gave an acknowledging wave to the officials. That's right, I made the call.
Well, it's no blowout up there. As I said, Milwaukee is hanging very tough. It'll be very important for Milwaukee to, if they could win that game, they really put the pressure on the Sonics.
And Westfall coming through, got the basket. Nixon fouled him. Milwaukee's such an improved club, but keep in mind Seattle are the champions, and also last year they won the World Championships without the home court advantage.
Well, that's a sign of a good team that can win anywhere, and when you're playing with confidence, all the floors are 94 by 50.
Westfall's three-point play gives him 9 points. As we've been saying, he's not had his type of offensive night. But, Steve, he is so explosive, you never know when he's going to just blow for 20 points in a quarter. Jamal Wilkes with that smooth one-hander. He's got 14. The Lakers lead by 7. 7:08 to play, third period.
They had a bad defensive mix-up there, and that cost them a basket. Wilkes came clean. They're doubling up on the ball right now. Magic Johnson is going to foul. He's not going to be happy with the call. He said Davis initiated the contact, but that is the third team foul. You'll see right here, Davis draws some attention. Wilkes grabs him there, then Magic Johnson hammers him across the arm. Don Boosie handles the ball for the Suns.
Lakers 68, the Suns 61. What a spinning move by Walter Davis. What a move by Davis.
And that'll hurt your pride.
22 by Walter Davis, the Lakers by 5. Wilkes again, bullseye! Jamal Wilkes and the small forwards put on a show. Lakers by 7.
Jim Jones getting real physical with Walter Davis in there, banging him around.
And they're having some words right now.
Well, what Jones is doing is totally unnecessary, and certainly he wants to get Davis off his game. He's a player that's been carrying him here in the third period.
Adams, Hurd open for a moment. There's Boosie. Westfall, a three-point shot. And I'll tell you what, he was a couple feet behind that three-point line that time, and it's 70-66.
Westfall has that type of range, and when you have that much time, certainly you're going to at least be able to get it up to the basket. An excellent play by the Phoenix Suns.
Actually, Phoenix has 3 three-point shots tonight. Bratz, Westfall, and Boosie.
But they're dominating him on the board right now. They're going to get Jim. They're going to get a jump ball. Actually could have called Jim Jones for a foul on Don Boosie. Jones again not happy with the call. The ball goes up here. They're leaping for it. Boosie gets a piece. Now Jones will come right over his back.
Jones and Boosie now to jump it up. 5:38 to play, third period. Lakers by 4, knocked away from Jabbar. And Phoenix with a basketball.
And they make that lead pass to Alvin Adams. At that time, he never got a chance to handle it. It was too low. Lakers inbound the ball again.
Turnovers about the same. Lakers 11, the Suns 10. Jabbar, they foul him.
They get him before he can get the ball in the air, so it's going to be a non-shooting foul. The Lakers will inbound the ball on the side, but you have to have that type of help. Otherwise, he'll just murder you inside.
Each club has 3 team fouls. And the basket good by Magic Johnson. He's fouled.
Well, that's what Magic likes to do, penetrate. This time he's going to go by Don Boosie. Gets just enough room as he comes by that pick by Kareem. Puts it off the glass. Joe Gushu said if it goes, he liked the way that music went. It's a 3-point play.
And the Lakers go up by 7. Cook is in the game now. And Cook is in there with Adams and Davis up front. Boosie, Westfall, the back line against Nixon.
Well, they
Magic
have not,
Johnson, Jabbar, Wilkes, and Jones.
They have not got a lot of mileage out of Gar Hurd so far in this ball game.
Westfall misses. Magic rebounds. Magic now, and a whistle and a foul. He was fouled before the shot. That'll be the 15th foul against the Suns, though. And it brings out foul shots for Magic.
Well, one thing that Magic Johnson has done all night, and you have to have the inclination for it, is to go to the board. He goes to the defensive board, then he comes back down at his end, penetrating, putting the pressure on the defense. Boosie trying to come from behind with his quick hands and knock it away. He didn't get there in time. Johnson has 2 more attempts from the free throw line.
Now they put Wilkes on there, and I don't know where that foul came up unless Wilkes might have been setting a pick for Magic, and he was fouled. I didn't see that.
That's an interesting call, but he misses the first free throw. John McLeod didn't complain.
Walter Davis replaced by Alvin Adams.
Let's look and see who they call that foul on. Number 44.
Westfall. I think that's what did happen. I think Wilkes was setting a pick for Magic to come around, and Westfall kind of bumped into him trying to get through it. Alvin Adams, the big guy from the outside, and now it's 74-68. The Lakers by half a dozen, 4.5 minutes, and Jabbar missed it.
Yeah, Kareem wanted a foul. He did get fouled that time.
Jabbar didn't get back on defense. He was complaining so much. Boosie gets an open shot. Jones released to Magic. What a move by Magic Johnson. He kept looking that other way as if he was going to make the pass. And when he saw the defense not go to him, he just went right to the basket.
Notice the different types of shots, though. Phoenix, again, is having to put the ball up from the outside. The Lakers in this period getting a chance to shoot layups.
Nixon, look at that speed.
They're going to wipe that basket away, but Norm Nixon's going to get 2 free throws on an intentional foul by Paul Westfall. Now look at Kareem and Alvin Adams inside. Kareem has the inside position. Adams tried to make the block. He fouled him, but they didn't call it. Kareem very upset, and Phoenix came back quickly and got themselves an opportunity. Rich Kelly's going to come in the ball game to replace him.
Alvin had both hands at his waist. And you have to reach up to grab Jabbar's waist, even if you're Alvin Adams. That was a foul, the intentional foul. And so we've got 2 shots coming. Nixon has made the first, 77-68. Westfall has 4 fouls. Nixon, a pair from the line for Norm Nixon, who's got 16 points. Wilkes has 17. Jabbar has 20. Magic now up to 11.
Notice the pressure, and this is something, again, that Los Angeles has not done all season long, but they're coming up and they're pressuring almost every pass that Phoenix has. If you let the passers on Phoenix team see the floor, they'll cut you to ribbons. Spencer Haywood comes in the game for Jim Jones. Paul Westhead trying to keep all of his troops fresh so they can really have good defensive pressure, and they've affected Phoenix so far.
All right, Kelly on the outside to Boosie.
Almost threw that one away.
Bratz on the inside, picked off by Jabbar to Nixon. Tough shot. Spencer Haywood got it down and he was fouled.
Well, that's what Magic Johnson has brought out right here. You'll see the ball come up on a tough try. Johnson gets himself stripped. Hayward gets the ball, finally gets himself right. He gets Alvin Scott off balance. Not much contact right there, but they have a meeting right there at the free throw line. A lot of hand clapping. Hayward gets a three-point play.
Spencer had a tough time getting a hoop in the first half. And now this hoop gives the Lakers their biggest lead, 13 points. 5 for Spencer. 81-68, 3:03 to play, third period.
Well, John McLeod has come back with Walter Davis in hopes that he'll be able to keep them close, but they missed from the outside.
What a great pass.
It'll be a timeout.
Great lead pass by Magic Johnson. Look at this. Look at this celebration. And a timeout call by Phoenix. 2:50 to play, third period. The great lead pass. And the score now, the Lakers 83 and the Suns 68. Lead by 15 with 2:50 to play, and they're on their feet and having a great time in Inglewood, California.
Well, the crowd is happy right here. Now what the Phoenix Suns must do is, one, settle themselves down. 15 points. They would like to get back somewhere around 7-10 points at the top of the third period. The crowd is still giving the Los Angeles Lakers a standing ovation as we listen to them. John McLeod trying to settle his basketball team down. There's plenty of time left in this game, 14 minutes and 50 seconds. So Phoenix can get back in, but they've got to play more aggressively.
Magic Johnson, 13 assists, 11 rebounds, 11 points. LA 13 for 16, Steve, in the third period. Phoenix 5 out of 14.
Well, again, the difference is the type of shots, and Walter Davis is the only guy from the outside bearing the ball consistently for Phoenix, and they need some layups like this attempt right here.
A block. I'm going to call, I believe,
goaltending. But that's the type of plays that they need. They need something quick hitting so they don't allow the double team, triple team to take effect, and then they can get some easier shots.
83-70 now, the Lakers by 13. 2:35 to play in the third period. Magic underneath to Jabbar, missed it. Mike Bratz with a rebound.
Kareem thought he had a steal, paused momentarily. Mike Bratz said the only way you'll steal it is to get it out of the net.
Bratz now with 2 quick hoops has cut the Laker lead to 11. Jabbar and a foul. Foul against Kelly, I believe. Yeah, Rich Kelly.
Well, you see the problem that the big fella presents. Anytime he can get the ball in here, he's going to draw attention. Rich Kelly there, Jeff Cook there. Cook gets him across the arm. Well, they gave that foul, to Rich Kelly.
Jabbar from the foul line, 84-72, the Lakers by a dozen. By 13. The Lakers have the second best record in the National Basketball Association this year, second only to the Boston Celtics.
They have the most home court victories. They won 37. They also tied the record they set Bratz for a three-pointer, and he gets it again. That's his second one.
Bratz has hit 2 3-pointers, as Steve mentioned, and it's 85-75. The Laker lead cut down to 10 now.
You don't want to live by that three-pointer, but certainly you can close a lead very quickly.
And they've hit 4 of them. Phoenix has hit 4. Now Spencer Haywood gets the jump shot down again. 87-75. 12-point lead. Kelly blocked by Jabbar. Jump ball. Jump ball. Great block by Kareem.
Rich Kelly's having a tough time trying to get the ball up. He's showing it just a little bit too soon. Kareem made a great block. Right here, Davis makes a slick pass inside. Kelly not really able to power his way up. Kareem right there put his hand on top, and he comes back with the steal on the jump ball. Got to be a traveling right there. He passed the ball to himself.
Right. That's 4 block shots for Jabbar also.
Well, we take a look at the turnovers. Running teams are going to have a lot of turnovers. That's not many. 12 for Phoenix, 11 for Los Angeles. Kareem's going to take a blow and Jim Jones and Spencer Haywood and Michael Cooper will man the front line while he sits down. Excuse me, Michael Cooper will play in the back court.
Although Wilkes is out there playing Bratz, I don't know. Maybe they're going to they want Cooper defensively on the front court guard, as opposed to Wilkes, and double dribble by Hurd. Gar's had a tough night. I think they'd rather have Cooper playing defense on the forward.
Well, I think they're trying him out on the quicker Walter Davis. Wilkes has had his hands full. Certainly Jamal has not done anything to affect the offense of Walter Davis.
Johnny High in the back line now. There he is. Good defensive player. Playing Magic. Back there with Bratz.
You can see what penetration will do. That time Magic Johnson again getting the ball out high, and Johnny High never really getting his body in front of him. He was able to get all the way down in that painted area, draw people to him, give the ball to Spencer Haywood. Haywood having a good third period on his second time in.
Spencer had 2 points in the first half, just couldn't get the jump shot down. Came out here at a three-point play, then he had a jump shot from the foul line. It's his foul shot. All of a sudden he's got 8 points. 6 in the second half, and the Lakers lead by 13. Spencer, a native of Detroit, went to the University of Detroit for a while. Started on the U.S. Olympic team, came into the pro game. 14-point Laker lead. Did you play with Spencer? Same team?
No, I played against Spencer in Denver, and they had a tremendous rookie season before he went over to Seattle.
Yeah.
He's a great center. Johnny High, finger rolled down the lane.
That was Johnny High. And it's 89-77 now. The Lakers by a dozen. 30 seconds. Wilkes missed it. Mike Bratz with the rebound. Look at this pass to Davis. Great pass to Walter Davis. Can he fly or what?
That's what
79.
That's what foot speed will do for you. When you can go like that, you can really put a lot of pressure on the defense. Now they're within 10. McLeod does not like the team to hold the ball right here. They may try to double up on Magic Johnson right here.
Magic missed it. The ball tipped out to Mike Bratz with 1 second, and that is it. That is the end of the third period here in Los Angeles. And the score, the Lakers 89, the Suns 79. You're watching NBA playoff basketball. .92 in the Forum here in Inglewood, California. And they're watching their Lakers lead the Suns by 10 at the end of 3. We start the fourth period. Cooper's on the back line with Magic Johnson, or check it with Nixon. And up front, it's Haywood, Jones, and that man Wilkes against Davis, Bratz, Kelly, Johnny High, and Hurd. Johnny High came up with the basketball. Walter Davis is fouled by Nixon.
They hook up right there in the backcourt. Davis is trying to get that ball to Michael Bratz now and open on the other side, and he never did. Nixon made a good foul to prevent the 2 points.
All right, here's Johnny High to Kelly on the high post, and Rich Kelly's missed his shot. Rebound to Kelly, bangs it up, no good. And Wilkes gets it to Nixon, gets it to Haywood. Spencer missed it, Kelly got the rebound.
Now right now is when the Phoenix Suns would like to make a little run and begin to eat into that lead. They're going to get a foul on Michael Cooper as he's trying to keep Walter Davis away. All of a sudden they've decided, since they cannot win with finesse against Davis, they're going to try to use a little brute force. Everybody getting a little physical with Walt Davis.
Walter Davis, good defense by Cooper that time. Johnny High got hammered. Here's Norman Nixon.
Oh, Haywood traveled that time. They didn't make that call.
Wilkes. Neither club can buy a basket. Bratz behind the back pass to Cooper.
Davis was way out in front early that time, and he never got the ball. He has not made the transition. A little bit upset about that. Norm Nixon finally scores for the Lakers to give him that 12-point advantage.
10.5 minutes to play in the game. 91-79, the Lakers over the Suns. Game 1. Game 2 will be here tomorrow. Then they go to Phoenix over the weekend for the next 2. Nixon again. And Norm Nixon's hit a couple of big hoops here to start the fourth period. And John McLeod and Al Bianchi call for another timeout. With a score, the Lakers 93, the Suns 79. You're watching NBA playoff basketball. Now tomorrow night, we'll have the Celtics and Houston from the Boston Garden Friday night over most of these cable systems. The drama and excitement of NBA playoff basketball. Wilkes. And out of Nixon. Jones off balance.
Those are the type of shots that will allow Phoenix to get back in the game, but now Phoenix must get some baskets. Alvin Scott gets one on a layup inside.
Scott and Hurd in the game with Bratz and Alvin Adams and Johnny High against Nixon, Cooper, Jabbar, Jones, and Wilkes. 93-81, the Lakers by a dozen. 9:38 to play. Jones missed again. Jimmy Jones going to get that jump shot down if it kills him.
Well, it'll either kill him or get him on the bench one way or the other. Alvin Adams shows them how it's done.
Alvin Adams now with 21. He had 15 of those in the first half, though. And it's a 10-point Laker lead with 9:15 to play in the game, 93-83.
And what the Phoenix Suns cannot afford to do is give up easy layups as they let Nixon penetrate inside. Kareem comes back with a rebound and the foul on Johnny High.
Right, Magic Johnson comes in for Michael Cooper as we see the replay.
Johnny High coming right back there trying to steal it on the big fella. He never got close. Kareem will go to the free throw line. Just when the Suns get a chance to get back in it, they come up with a foul, and it keeps the Lakers at a chance for a 12-point lead and keep them really kind of off balance. Again, 12 points with 9 minutes left is not a big lead in the NBA.
That's right. Well, plenty of time to go in eternity. All right, Lakers by a dozen again, coming up with the 9-minute mark to play in the ball game. Actually, Phoenix is more of a bench team than the Lakers. The Lakers have really been playing 7-8 people all year long.
They don't go to their bench as deep as Los Angeles does. They have some key personnel over there for them, yes.
Yeah. Of course, you know, when you have guys like Jabbar and Magic and Wilkes, they're all superbly conditioned athletes. They can play a lot anyway.
Well, they play a lot, but when you play a running game and you get a lot of easy opportunities, then you don't take a lot of physical abuse, and that's what Los Angeles has done. They have some big guys up front, and they bring one of them in, Mark Linesberger, a tremendous offensive rebounder. He must be boxed.
Came in for Jones. Mike Bratz. Boy, he's played well.
And Bratz has shot the ball well, and he's picked up the slack for Westfall, who's been sitting and having a tough time.
17 for Bratz. Westfall's been held to a dozen, and as Steve said, he hadn't played much lately. Landsberger was blocked. And here's Gar Hurd to Johnny High. Johnny High flying. Bratz is open, and Landsberger a rebound. His release is knocked away by Bratz, and Johnny High's missed it. Landsberger got it again. Now Magic. Nixon. Another assist for Magic and another basket for Norm Nixon, who has now scored 26 points.
Nixon's had a tremendous offensive night and gone unnoticed, but Magic Johnson's done a tremendous job of getting the ball to him where he can get something done.
Well, the Phoenix Suns have been noticing him. 26 points. 14 assists, or maybe they haven't noticed him enough. 14 assists for Magic. Call a foul in the Lakers.
Fouls on Mark Landsberger.
He's a little physical. They got him from the Bulls. They grow him physical in Chicago. And now a whistle, and I believe it's Jabbar.
Kareem picks up a foul. That's going to be the fourth team foul, his second. Now the Phoenix Suns, if they play good, smart basketball, will try to get something inside and have that shot clock going for them. They throw the ball away.
Adams pass up a jumper to get it inside, and there's Norm Nixon again, the third-year man from Duquesne, and the Lakers up by 14. And Nixon has scored 28, 10 in this period.
Again, notice the type of shot.
Yep.
They're all coming from the outside. I'm surprised that we don't see Walter Davis come back in at this point in the game. There's still plenty of time.
Magic with a fine pass to Jabbar was fouled. And Michael Cooper comes back in the game. As you see Magic at the foul line, he's in for Jamal Wilkes.
Well, this is what makes the people get up their feet and look to the other way, come back a little lob inside to Kareem, and he gets fouled right there as he almost had a three-point play.
Norm Nixon has scored all the Laker points in the fourth period.
Well, not all, because that guy just got two. Kareem has 10 free throws. I think he's perfect from the line tonight.
Well, Norm Nixon scored their first 10 points of the period.
Westfall.
And Westfall comes back in the game and gets two.
Good drive by Westy. He hasn't been able to do that all night.
Jabbar on the inside with Adams. His pass is knocked out of bounds. Westfall and Johnny High are in there, so Bratz has come out.
They must force Los Angeles to put that ball up from the outside in the final 6.5 minutes right here. They're going to go right inside to the bank, draw a little bit of interest.
No defense for that. You have to have a crane to block that. 103-87. 16-point lead for the Lakers with 6:18 to play in the game. Gar Hurd has been a tough night for him. Landsberger instant rebounds. Look at Nixon. Are you kidding me? Boy, is he quick or what?
Oh, he's got excellent foot speed and quickness. They come back with an outside shot, and again, the Lakers are shooting layups.
Magic.
And a foul.
And he drew the foul.
Gar Hurd comes out of the ball game again. Take a look at Magic Johnson coming out of the backcourt on the fly. He's got basket on his mind the whole time. He's thinking about getting as close as he can. Johnny High gave him a little push. Johnson will go to the line. They have a 16-point lead right now, looking at 18. Davis is now in the game. Notice the number of free throws that the Los Angeles Lakers have got.
And the big reason for that, as Steve has pointed out, is that the Lakers have had more inside shots, more inside play. Phoenix has been shooting from the outside. It's hard to get foul shots when you're shooting 18-footers.
It's tough to get fouled from out there, and they have to, if they're going to get back in the ball game, they now have to really force Los Angeles outside to take some tough shots, and they got to vary almost every attempt.
By Cook and Davis back in the game. Here's Waller Davis short. Johnny High.
Johnny High is about 6'2", but he plays about 6'6", and he loves it inside, shows some of his leaping ability, but they cannot make a basket. The Lakers have the big lead and momentum.
18-point lead. Lakers trying to make it 20 right here, and Magic. Landsberger over the top.
They're going to shoot some free throws now.
That'll be their 15th foul as Landsberger coming over the top.
Well, that's what Landsberger does so very well. Keep the ball alive and go to the offensive board. That time, Johnny High again on the inside position.
Waller Davis. They almost put Davis in the line. West. We had that situation earlier when we thought Magic was supposed to be there, and they stuck Wilkes there. This time, I was sure Johnny High was fouled. So was Coach McLeod.
Davis is the better free throw of the two. I'm sure he'd like to have snuck him in there. You can see why now.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why Johnny High plays so well inside. He was telling me before the game he needs the pressure of having somebody up on him to make it from the outside. So maybe I'd run down there and guard him.
Yeah, you were teasing him. Yeah. Standing behind that TV camera over there where he couldn't get at you. 105-87, an 18-point lead for the Lakers with 5 minutes to play. Make it 20. Make it 20, the Lakers by 20, and the pass to Cook went out of bounds.
Well, Phoenix right now completely unglued. Normally a team that will hold their composure and be able to come back from being down by a big lead. Kareem's going to come out of the game. Spencer Haywood is out, is in. And the big fella gets a standing ovation. A very appreciative crowd here. And again, this is something that you don't see in Los Angeles.
The guy was ready tonight. He had 28. He and Nixon each had 28. Blocked shots, got rebounds, did it all. Fans chanting Kareem. And Jamal Wilkes cans a 19-footer, and the Lakers by 22. High inside to Cook.
Finally get a basket inside from Jeff Cook, but the player that really seemed to be able to keep them close, and all of a sudden he stopped shooting the basketball for Phoenix, is Walter Davis. They've got to have him putting some hoops up. They get a foul on Paul Westphal and Magic Johnson.
That's a foul of frustration for Westy.
That's his 5th personal foul, 4th team.
Bratson for Westphal. Well, the one thing about a 7-game series or a best-of-7, there are other chances. This was not Paul Westphal's night. He's a great offensive player. Maybe before this series is over, he will show it. Well, sure he'll show it. It's been all Lakers tonight. Phoenix was kind of counting, Steve, on the Laker club being a little rusty because they didn't have a first-round game.
Well, I'm sure they weren't expecting the defense of the Lakers to be as tenacious. Oh, and Jamal Wilkes taking a tough try right then, went over Johnny Hyde. There's a 3-second violation. And we'll take a look at Wilkes on this fall right here, and he's going to go up, and there's Johnny Hyde waiting. He kind of grazes his back with the leg and gets off balance.
20-point lead for the Lakers. 109-89, 3:42 to play. Cook on the inside trying to beat Haywood. It was tipped in by Kelly. Jabbar's arithmetic tonight: 5 assists, 12 rebounds, 5 block shots, and 28 points. Not a bad night's work.
That's MVP kind of stats.
That's
I
right.
think he's certainly going to be the MVP this year. Michael Cooper from the outside.
Michael Cooper and another assist for Magic. 111-91. Bratz again. Another 3-point shot by Mike Bratz. I believe that's 3 for Bratz tonight. 4 3-point shots by Bratz.
Well, they need a ton of them right now. They've really gotten themselves in a hole. It's almost an insurmountable lead. Cook makes a steal. Bratz takes it over the top.
Actually, Bratz knocked it away from behind. Over to Cook, back to Bratz to make it 111-96 with 2:51 to play in the game.
Realistically, if they could get within 10 at the 2-minute mark, they would still have an outside shot at winning the basketball game. But Los Angeles has got a lot of poise, and with a ball handler like Johnson, you don't expect that.
Cooper from the outside, missed it on his own rebound. And Cooper shows you that jumping ability right there, and it's 113-96. The Lakers have won it here with 2:27 to play.
Been poor shooting in those types of shots for the Phoenix Suns. As Bratz comes back with another one. He's wearing that 3-pointer out, showing he should have been shooting it all season long.
And it's 25 for Bratz. You know that's a playoff record. First year of the 3-point play in the NBA. 5 3-point shots. You saw it right here. Timeout. 2:15 to play in the game. The Lakers 113. Suns 99. You're watching NBA playoff basketball.
2 players that have been doing the scoring, Bratz and Walter Davis. Bratz now coming up with the 3-pointers in a desperation situation. If they could come back with a couple of more, and as I said before, with 2 minutes left in the ball game, get to within 10 or 8 points realistically, they still have an outside shot at winning the ball game. They're looking to steal something right now. Los Angeles will undoubtedly get some reserves in the ball game, but still, they have the lead. They have a lot of poise under situations like these. I don't expect them to lose it.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen. The game in Seattle, Milwaukee Bucks and the Sonics has gone into overtime. All tied up.
All right, the Bucks and the Sonics are now in overtime in Seattle. So that's a great start to their best-of-7 series. Extra innings in Seattle.
Well, Seattle lost their first overtime adventure to Portland. Let's see how well they do it. A home court up in the Kingdom. They'd like to have that game. Milwaukee certainly would like to steal it. Brad Holland's in the game in the backcourt with Michael Cooper.
All right, 2 minutes and 8 seconds to play. Holland, double team, got rid of it to Jones. Pass to Haywood, knocked out of bounds by Scott. with 1:59. Holland missed it. Kelly with a rebound, and Kelly threw it away. Holland. Haywood in the corner. And a foul. Spencer is fouled. Kelly with a foul. Haywood with 9, 7 in the second half. Game 2 here tomorrow. And then we'll be in Phoenix Friday for Game 3 and Sunday for Game 4. Game 5, if necessary, would be back here in LA Tuesday. Remember, you're going to see that Seattle-Milwaukee second game tomorrow night. What a first game they're having. It's an overtime in Seattle. That's the first game there. Jeff Cook and a nice pass from Kelly. And a foul. Haywood do the foul. Butch Lee comes in the game for the Lakers with 1:35. Marty Burns is coming in for Jones. Ready to make 2 now for Jeff Cook. NBA playoff basketball right here on Madison Square Garden Sports. We got a whole bunch of games for you. Tremendous games. Celtics and Houston. Game 2 Friday. The Magic Man on the bench. There's a lot of happy faces on that Laker bench. Lee surrounded. Lost it. Bratz again. 3-point shot. That's 5, 6 3-point shots by Bratz. Trying a 7th. And just off the mark. Kelly saved a high. Off the mark again. 115 to 104. Spencer Haywood on the baseline. Got it back inside the lead. And he scored it. And no basket. They say offensive foul.
Offensive foul against number 15.
Bratz now has 28 points with 6 3-point baskets. And now a foul against Brad Holland. And Kelly will go to the foul line. 115 to 104, the Lakers by 11. Kelly's had 2 points tonight. So actually, Bratz has had 6 baskets for 3 points, 5 baskets for 2 points. He's had more 3-point baskets than 2 points. Kelly makes it 115 to 105, the Lakers by 10. Lakers by 9. So Phoenix is only 3 3-point baskets away from a tie. Here's Burns away from the steal. Landsberger, the tip no good, and here comes Johnny High with 45 seconds. To Rich Kelly, laid it up and in. 115 to 108 with 7-point game with 40 seconds. And what happened? Holland lost it out of bounds. Holland lost it out of bounds. And LA called a timeout with 41 seconds. All of a sudden, it's not over yet. The Lakers appear to be a big winner, leading by 22, 23 points with 3.5 minutes to play. And Paul Westhead was giving his bench a chance to play a little bit, took Jabbar out and Magic out. And all of a sudden, the Phoenix club just kept coming on. Bratz started hitting those 3-point shots again. And now with 41 seconds to play in the game, it's only a 7-point game, and this Phoenix club has the ball. It's going to be interesting to see who the coach brings in now. I wonder if he's going to bring Magic back into the ball game, or he's going to stay with Holland and Haywood. I think he's going to have to bring in some better ball handlers. Well, we'll wait and see. We'll let that man make the decision. He's made some marvelous decisions all year long as he's led this Laker club to the second-best record in the NBA this year. Paul Westhead, I'm sure you've heard this before, who's a Shakespearean scholar.
Let's go. Come on.
LA led in this game at 111-91. And since then, they've been outscored 17-4. All right, Phoenix sending out Bratz, Kelly, Scott, Johnny High, and Cook. And it's against Burns, Haywood, Landsberger, Holland, and Lee. So no substitutes for LA. Cook, a long three-point shot. Burns fouled in the backcourt with 32 seconds. Foul with 32 seconds. Bratz committed the foul. Steve Jones has made his way down the floor to bring you the outstanding player of the game, our star of the game show, immediately following the telecast. Burns will go again. Los Angeles from the foul line, sensational. 26 out of 31. 27 out of 32. And now it's a 117-108 game, and Phoenix calls timeout. So the Suns down by as many as 23 here in the ball game. Never said die. They just kept coming back. That's typical of their performance. That's why I think it's going to be maybe a little tougher series than some of the stages of tonight's game might indicate. They just don't give up, and they're a very tough club at home. As we told you at the top of the show, and maybe you didn't hear the statistic, in the last 6 years, John McLeod talks to his troops here. In the last 6 years, Phoenix has lost 17 out of 19 games here. However, the Lakers have lost 18 out of 19 in Phoenix. Capitals of the ABA, the Virginia Squires. He coached Dr. J when he first came into pro basketball. Long jump shot. Scott, the three-point try is missed. Landsberger to Spencer Haywood, who holds it up. And the Lakers should have this one now. They better have it with 17 seconds and a 9-point lead. And as I say that, they throw it past Holland out of bounds. Well, everyone's taking three-point shots of late except this guy, Bratz, who finally takes another one. And Johnny High has missed it. He was fouled with 7 seconds. Spencer Haywood with a foul. Let's take a look at the replay now. As High spins around. It's really is a tough kid, Johnny High. From the foul line, 11 out of 17 for Phoenix. So LA shot almost twice as many foul shots. Lakers by 8. Lakers by 7 with 7 seconds. Inbound to Lee. And he ran into Bratz, and Bratz fouled him. With 3 seconds of play, the Lakers will go to the line looking for the 33rd and 34th free throw attempts of the night. Foul on Bratz. Stay tuned. Immediately following the game on Madison Square Garden NBA basketball, Steve Jones will be looking for the star of the game. .118, 110. 28 out of 33 foul attempts. Lee again. 119, 110. The Lakers winning game one with 1 second. Brock threw up a hook shot at the buzzer that was really goaltended by Burns, but no call. And that's it. The Lakers an impressive winner in game one in their series against Phoenix. The final score, the Lakers 119 and the Suns 110. We'll be back with a recap